What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit of information that we got on CoD WW2, and this is about social score. Social score is going to be an element of the headquarters area. It seems like it is only currently tied to the headquarters area, and when you perform certain social actions within the headquarters area, this social score can be increased. One example we got in a Game Informer article is that if you have your friends watch you open supply drops within the headquarters area, this will increase your social score. It also says various other social events within the headquarters area can increase your social score, and one of those that popped into my mind, something else that was confirmed, we don't know if this does directly affect your social score, but it seems to make sense, is when you're in the headquarters area, which is kind of that staging area, and it's like an interactive menu area, there's quite a bit to do, it seems like, within the headquarters. They said that sometimes there will be something like a random air raid event, where you have to get to an anti-air gun within the headquarters and shoot down enemy aircraft. I assume this is also going to be something that increases your social score, because why else would you really do it? You're not going to be gaining XP in-game most likely, because this isn't actually an in-game thing, this is just in the headquarters area. So if anything, I think this is just going to increase your social score. In addition to this, perhaps spectating certain events like watching somebody prestige or prestiging in front of friends, because that's where you do it, you do your prestiging within the headquarters area. Or maybe participating in the 1v1 pit will give you social score as well. Or maybe even spectating the 1v1 pit. There's lots of opportunity based on what we know so far about the headquarters, which keep in mind is relatively limited at this point. But it seems like most of the events that you're going to be doing within the headquarters area, as long as you're doing it with other people, you will likely be able to increase your social score. Now you might be wondering, what's the purpose of this social score? Well, in this Game Informer article, they've also confirmed that the higher your social score is, the better odds you get with supply drops. So that's really the entire incentive for working on your social score, being social, spending time in this headquarters area, is to increase that social score and get better supply drops out of it. Now, one thing I will say about supply drops is so far it appears that everything is going to be purely cosmetic at launch. Now, do I think this is going to change throughout the life cycle? Almost definitely. It doesn't seem sustainable to have a purely cosmetic loot system in Call of Duty after looking at the previous years of Call of Duty and just how much money they've made off of those previous years of supply drops. If they went purely cosmetic, kind of like Black Ops 3 did for the first part of its life cycle, they aren't going to be selling nearly as many drops to the community, and that's just not going to cut it for Activision. And you can call them greedy or whatever you want all day long, but their duty is to their shareholders, and they can't be making decisions like this that are actively going to lose them millions and millions of dollars. So I strongly doubt that we're going to have cosmetic-only drops throughout the entire life cycle of the game, but at launch at least, it appears it is going to be cosmetic only. So how do I feel about this system? Well, first off, I just want to say that we haven't seen all the working parts. We haven't seen exactly what goes into this, how easy it is to get your social score up, if there's an upper limit where you can max out your social score, and then you don't have to keep working on it to keep getting it higher and higher. Maybe you can just put in like a minimum amount of effort to reach that maximum. We don't know exactly all of it, so just take my opinion with a grain of salt for right now. But I am not really liking this idea for Call of Duty. I think this idea works much better in more RPG-style games, not so much Call of Duty. Call of Duty has always been that game where you can easily just hop on, hop off, whether that's with friends or solo. You can kind of play the way you want to play it, and you can play for as long as you want to play it or as little as you want to play it. It's one of the few games out there where if you have a spare 15 minutes or something, you can just pop on, play a quick game by yourself, don't have to worry about getting into a party with friends or anything, and then you can pop back off and you go about your day. Also, there's a very large portion of the community that just loves playing solo. They have no interest in partying up with friends, they don't want to be on voice chat, they just want to relax and play the game by themselves. And I feel like having this social score system will kind of alienate those people. Now, with the loot being most likely cosmetic only at launch, I don't really see it as a huge deal, although it's still kind of annoying to see the solo players alienated like that. But down the road, if they're adding weapons or something that is game-changing into supply drops, this is where this will become a big issue in my mind. Basically, the way I'm seeing it right now, like I said, it is early on, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong at this point, and we'll have to get some more information on that. But at this point, it seems like people that play in parties will have all the cool stuff, and people that don't play in parties or solo players, they're going to have a lot less opportunity to get the cool stuff out of their supply drops. So far, I'm really not liking the idea that they're very strongly encouraging you to play with friends and party up and be social when you're playing Call of Duty, because that's not really what Call of Duty is about to me, as well as a lot of other people out there. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out if I want to hop on and open a supply drop by myself. I don't like the idea of potentially having to schedule my supply drop openings to make sure I have all my friends there so that I maximize my social score while I'm doing that. So once again, we have another aspect of this headquarters area that so far I'm quite skeptical about. I'm still going to try to keep an open mind. I'm trying to stay optimistic about this area, but the more information we get about this headquarters area, the more I'm thinking it's going to be quite a gimmick. And over time, once we get past the honeymoon stage, I think it's going to be quite an annoyance. But like I said, this is very early on. I'm still trying to keep an open mind. I'm still trying to stay optimistic about it. And I do want to also say, I am still really looking forward to the game. The gameplay itself looks incredible. I can't wait to play the beta. I can't wait to get into the game and play the game. Everything looks really solid when it comes to actual gameplay. It's just this headquarters area that I'm really skeptical about at this point. So for those of you guys that are saying, oh, he's just bashing this because he likes the future CODs, that's not it at all. It has nothing to do with the setting. It has nothing to do with the fact that I enjoy Infinite Warfare. I'm just skeptical about these new additions into the game because I don't really see it adding too much to the experience. If anything, I feel like it's going to alienate some players. But that's just my opinion based on what little information we have so far. I'm really hoping they're still just going to blow me away with it and I'm going to be completely wrong about this. But we'll just have to wait and see once we get more information. And with that, I'd like to know in the comment section below, what's your opinion on this social score in COD World War II? And what's your opinion of this social score affecting the odds that you get in your supply drops? Also, along with your opinion, please just let me know if you're primarily a solo player or somebody that plays in parties, because that will definitely affect how you view this system. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.